Hello guys, welcome back to NNI National News Indonesia. Today we're talking about overpopulations, and here we got Dr. Daryl to tell us what is overpopulation and what are the main factors affecting the ratio of populations. Good evening, Dr. Daryl. How's your day doing?
Good evening, Miss Angelica. It is a rather bad day actually. Well, not because I had a bad coffee, because overpopulation is taking a toll on this economy.
Could you explain what is overpopulations and what are the main factors affecting the ratio of populations?
Oh yeah, sure. It is really convenient actually, because me and my team just researched about this topic a few months ago. So, by definition, overpopulation Overpopulation is when a region's resources and environment exceeds its capacity to support and sustain a number of people. Not to be confused with a densely populated area. While it is true that a densely populated area may experience the same symptoms as overpopulation, it is not necessarily overpopulated as long as the area has the resources and infrastructure to support its inhabitants. Conversely, an area may be overpopulated even when it's not extremely dense, if the population exceeds what the local resources can handle. This leads to a number of cons regarding overpopulation, such as resource depletion, environmental degradation, increased waste pollution, strain on infrastructure, and economic challenges. An overpopulated area will have its resources deplete proportionally to its increase of population. And an increase of population also leads to more waste productions such as chemical waste, human waste, air pollution, and such. Another thing to note is that an area may experience crowded transportation, inadequate housing, and insufficient public services. A really good example of this is Jakarta. You can ask anyone that is from Jakarta how bad their traffic is. A rise in population also means more competition in the economy. With more people, it is harder to get jobs, and as more people are unemployed, poverty rates also increase, which reduce overall economic well-being.
Could you give us some solutions to overcome this issue?
Okay, so according to our research, there are multiple factors affecting overpopulation. The first thing is that the first thing is high birth rate and decreased mortality rate. So we're currently in an era where there are much wars compared to a few decades ago, and the significant advance of technology promotes lower mortality rate. People are not dying as much as before, and due to this, the ratio between birth rates and mortality rate skyrocketed. Another factor is immigration and economic development. This means when an area experiences significant economic growth, it may lead to more immigrants as they seek a better living condition. To combat this, we concluded that family planning and giving up education are the most practical way. We should educate the people around us that having more kids does not exactly equal to more fortune. As the saying goes, banyak anak, banyak rezeki, which translates literally to more kids, more fortune. Although it might be true, but it will do more harm than good, unless you are prepared mentally and financially. Family planning is a good solution as well, and we also have seen the government do this solution where they made a program called Keluarga Berencana. So Keluarga Berencana is a program that suppresses, that promotes each family to have a maximum of 2 children, and the government also promotes the use of contraception such as birth control pills, condoms, vasectomy, tubectomy, and such.
Ngacor. Bilang nih ngacor.
Welcome back again, our dear audience, to NNA, National News Indonesia. And here we got Miss Kezia to tell us how is the condition in Jakarta. Good evening, Miss Kezia. How is your day in Jakarta?
Good evening, Miss Angelica. I'm doing good. I'm chilling in the cafe right now and eating some risol.
Could you tell the audience how is the conditions in Jakarta currently?
The conditions in Jakarta are getting worse day by day. Jakarta faces several challenges such as air pollution from factory activities and heavy use of vehicle. Heavy use of vehicle can lead to traffic jam. Stuck in the traffic jam for 2 hours is already considered normal in Jakarta. It's happened because it's too crowded here.
Could you give us some of your opinion the reason why Jakarta is facing overpopulation issue?
In Jakarta, the situation is even more severe. East Jakarta is the most densely populated area, followed by West Jakarta and South Jakarta. As the capital city and the country's economic hub, Jakarta has been grappling with overpopulation for decades, with over 10 million people living in the city. There are several causes of overpopulation in Jakarta. First is having more child. Having more child is more common in countryside areas. This happens because countryside may maintain traditions that encourage larger families, while in the central areas, people tend to prefer smaller families. Second is urbanization. Many people from the countryside move to the city due to the influence of news about the high income levels in the city. Third, Jakarta has relatively better facilities and infrastructure compared to the other regions, such as adequate public transportation, healthcare services, education, etc.
Do the local government in Jakarta have some program to solve this issue?
One of the programs that the government has implemented to address overpopulation is the Family Planning Program, or PILKB. But information about this program is not evenly distributed in Jakarta. In central areas, information about family planning program is more accessible and often better integrated into available healthcare services. Whereas in countryside areas, this information may be less available due to the limitations of in staff and financial resources.
And here we got Miss Refani in ASEAN. She's here to tell us how's the conditions in Pontianak. Hello, Miss Refani. How's your day doing?
Hello, Miss Angelica. I'm doing great. Currently, I'm at Asyang, chilling, drinking, and eating some risol.
Could you tell us how is the conditions in Pontianak currently?
The current situation in Pontianak regarding overpopulation is quite concerning. The rapid population growth in the city has led to the increased demand for public facilities, housing, and infrastructure. The impact is evident in traffic congestion and the rise in dense residential areas like this place.
Could you share some of your opinion the reason why Pontianak is facing overpopulation right now?
Pontianak is facing overpopulation due to several factors. First, there is high migration from surrounding areas because Pontianak is seen as an economic and educational hub in West Borneo. The second, the high birth rate is not matched with effective population control. And the third one is there has been a lack of proper urban planning, which has resulted in uncontrolled population growth.
Do you have any solutions or do the local government have any solutions to solve this issue?
Yes, the local government is aware of this issue and is currently planning several programs and address it. One of these is the development of better infrastructure to accommodate population growth and the planning of more organized housing programs. There are also efforts for raise public awareness about the importance of birth control and family planning.
And that's all for today. See you guys again tomorrow. Bye!